What's up guys, how are we doing today? I have with me the last Ledgestone Mystery Box with a guarantee of 8 premium discs and maybe a bonus item. Let's see what I got and I will be testing them out on the course in a few minutes. Let's go! I will be opening that bad boy. Hopefully I got some good stuff, some Raptors, maybe some nukes, I don't know, we'll see. Well, looks like that's not a disc, that's a USDGC t-shirt, and yep, that's my size, that's a medium, that's a sweet t-shirt, that's awesome. Oh, and it has the little Discraft logo on it, love that. Alright, I'm gonna try to not look at them and try to guess what they are. That would be fun. Well, that's for sure a zone. That's a zone, yeah, wow. That's a wonderful zone. Oh my god. Look at the swirl. Adam Hamis Z Flex Tour Series zone. It's board flat, even a little bit paddle top, so maybe a bit more overstable than most zones. So happy to check to see how it flies and hopefully very overstable. What do we have here? Looks like we have a fairway driver, maybe an Undertaker, a bit smaller. I'm gonna say Undertaker. Nope, Mantis. ESP plastic with a nice logo on it. I don't have a Mantis yet in my bag. I'm gonna check it out. Should fly like my Flippy Undertaker. I usually bag not too many molds since I have a Flippy Undertaker. So I'm gonna test it out and see how it flies. Next, I have... There is a little bead on it. I think it's a Scorch. Yep, Valerie Mandojano Scorch Z Flex Tour Series again, 2024 Tour Series Z Flex. That's a sweet disc. I've never had any Tour Series from 2024, so it's pretty cool. They say Z Flex, it's not that flexible, so that's something that I like. I don't want my disc to be too flexible. Yeah, that's a sweet disc. Alright, next one. Alright, that looks like a big rim disc. I mean, if it's not a nuke, it's a nuke OS. I'm gonna try to say it's a nuke. Yep, that's a nuke. Jawbreaker Swirl Nuke 2024 Ledgestone edition. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hopefully it's not gonna beat in too quick. Alright, so far so good. I've had a zone, a nuke, pretty happy with it. Then we have a putter. I don't throw too many putters. I putt with my Challenger, but I don't throw too many putters, so it doesn't have a bead. So since it doesn't have a bead, it has to be either a Luna or a Fierce. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna say the Luna. Nope, that was a Fierce. Yeah, yeah. The Fierce is a bit deeper than the Luna, so that's a Fierce. Z Glow Fierce. Well, that's great. Another glow disc, so I'm gonna be able to play in the night. Z Glow Fierce. That's a cool stamp. Let's see how it flies. I've actually never thrown a Fierce, so that would be a first one. Next. Oh, that, you can see it, I cannot see it. That looks like a disc I'm bagging already. Yeah, I mean, that has to be a Raptor for sure. Oh, wow. That's sweet. Raptor Cascade Challenge Z Special Edition with confettis in it. Wow, that's a sweet disc. Let's see how stable that is. Another putter, but this one has a bead. Okay, maybe a Challenger. I'd say a Challenger in premium plastic. That would be cool. What is that? Oh, that's a Champ. They just made it last year in a premium plastic, 173 grams. Wow, that's pretty sweet with all the world titles dates on it. That's a sweet disc. I've heard they're pretty overstable, so I'm gonna give it a try and see how they fly. Oh, we still have one last disc. It's in a plastic. It's inside some plastic. I'm gonna try to see where is the opening. All right. Oh, that was the last disc. Okay. Oh, I think I know what that is. I think it has to be a buzz. I think it's the fused buzz again. Yep, that's a fused buzz for sure. Wow, that's a sick buzz. Look at that. What does it say? It says mega glow. Oh wow, so there has to be glow. That's cool. 2 glow discs in my bag. Wow, I'm super stoked with all my discs. Those are great. I'm really happy with them. If you ask me if the Ledgestone Mystery Box is worth it, I'd say yes. It has a lot of premium discs, some cool discs. I don't have 2 of the same, so that's pretty nice. I also have some tool series in there, and I got a bonus item with the t-shirts. So I'd say yeah, it's pretty worth it. It was about $100 plus the custom fees, but it came around about 130 euros. So I'd say it's pretty worth it for a disc and a t-shirt. So I'm really happy with it. I'm gonna give it a try on the course. Let's go. We are today at Tremblay disc golf course. It's a 9-hole course with some par 3s and par 4s, with some big open shots and some tight woods with a lot of danger. OB is mandatory. My goal for today is to shoot -2 or better. Let's see if I can do it. Let's go. All right, here we are, guys. We're at hole 1, par 3, 110 meters. It's pretty open. I'm gonna be testing out the nuke. I haven't thrown them yet, so I'm not quite sure how they fly. We have a slight headwind. Let's get it. Oh wow, that's a flippy nuke. Woo! Oh, that's pretty good. I'm gonna have a putt within C1 for birdie. Alright, looks like we have a putt for birdie. I'm about 6 meters away. For my putter for today, I'm gonna be using the Champ. It's in premium plastic, but I don't think it's gonna affect too much. It has a pretty big bit on it, reminding me of a new Challenger. So it should fit my hands pretty good. Let's go. And a flip flop on the disc. That's a strange lie. Yep, birdie on 1. Birdie on 1, really happy with it because it's not an easy one. Hole number 2, par 3, about 90 meters downhill. You have a mandatory not to miss. I know that hole, I usually throw a buzz on it, so I'm gonna be trying out the Z-Glow, the Mega Glow fused buzz, and see how it flies. Park drop, about 2 meters away from the basket. That was a great tee shot. I'm really happy with it. That should be an easy birdie. Let's go. All right, what an awesome start. I didn't think I was going to be at -2 after 2 holes. The fuse buzz flies amazing. We're on hole 3, par 4, the first par 4 of the course. We have about 180 meters to the basket. You have a mandatory not to miss over there that you have to go around, and then the basket is all the way over there on the left side. Also, new rule. The new rule is I have to throw each of those discs. I have about 8 discs on at least 1 tee shot. So I'm gonna have to play smart and think before throwing. While knowing that course on that tee shot, my goal is to go straight, maybe finish a little bit on the left. So I'm gonna be going with my Scorch with a lot of hyzer low. Maybe get a little skip and maybe get a look for an approach to get an easy birdie. Alright, well, doesn't look promising. I haven't missed the mandatory from close, but I'm gonna have to be able to pitch out and maybe a forehand roller to have an approach to the basket. Yep, that's pretty good. Low, hyzer, skip. Yep, pretty easy. Great approach. Par. Alright, hole 4, par 3 again. We have 90 meters, but you have a dog leg to the left. You have to throw something pretty overstable to get to the basket. You have also a mandatory not to miss, so you have to go over the sidewalk, maybe skip on it to get a putt for birdie, or you can even try the big fly hyzer when the wind is good. I'm gonna throw it low with maybe my Raptor to change. I haven't thrown it yet, so I don't know how it flies. Let's hope it's overstable. pretty good. Get a skip. Not as big as a skip as I expected, but I'm gonna have a long run for birdie and maybe get to -3. Let's go. A bit too high. Alright, hole number 5. Par 3 again, 90 meters, slightly downhill. You don't have a mandatory, but you have OB on the left and OB on the right. I haven't thrown the Mantis, the Fierce, and the Champ yet on the tee shot, and I think the Zone. So I'm going to be trying the Champ, and hopefully it's stable, rip it flat, or maybe with a little bit hyzer, and get a putt for birdie. Let's go. Oh no, I'm OB. Well, I'm gonna try to save the par, hopefully not take more than the bogey. Alright, that's why I went out of bounds with my Champ. Unfortunately, it had some integrity in it. For my long putt, I'm gonna be trying out the Fierce, the Ziglo Fierce. Maybe it has a little bit more glide and try to spin it in the bucket. Oh, that was a terrible run. Bogey, unfortunately. Alright, this is a must birdie hole. I have a slight tailwind. We're about 93 meters away, so I'm going to be trying out the Fierce. Yeah, and put a lot of eyes on it and see how it flies. Let's go. Yep, that's pretty good. I'm going to have a putt for birdie. Let's go. I'm about 8 meters away from the basket. Let's get a birdie. Aim at the bend, spin it. Let's go! Back at -2, let's go. We are now back on hole 7, 3 holes left, 2 discs I haven't thrown yet off the tee. This is a birdie chance. The next hole, not so much, but this one is a birdie chance. Just you have a mandatory, the lonely tree high. You have to go around it to the left, and then the basket is all the way over there. It's not too far, about 150 meters, so maybe get a birdie chance, who knows. Let's go. For that shot, you can either get aggressive or just lay up. Since the basket is not too far away, you can get aggressive with a big anizer over the trees or roller, but I'm going to be using the Zone. I haven't thrown it off the tee, but I have thrown it on an approach. It's pretty overstable, so I'm going to throw it hard and flat, maybe with a slight anizer on the forehand, and get to the mandatory. Yes, a bit too much anizer, but I throw it low. I'm still gonna have a chance to get a birdie from there. Alright, I threw it a little bit higher than I expected. It's pretty overstable, not super overstable, but pretty overstable. I'm gonna have a long putt for birdie. Let's go. Ooh, too high. Too high, too high. Good line, too high. Woo, a bit low. Alright, everybody, we're on hole 8, still at -2. Par 4, 200 meters. Maybe the toughest hole to birdie on that course. You have to throw dead straight. You have mandatory tree right next to it on the right side, so you have to go dead straight. And then it goes about 90 degrees to the right. So it's a really tough hole to birdie because you have a low ceiling on the approach. Alright, this is the last disc I have not thrown, the Mantis. I'm going to be putting a bit more hyzer than needed because I don't know how it flies. I know it's a little bit flippy from the flight numbers, but put a lot of hyzer, low, and finish left maybe, who knows. Money. Prime spot position. You can see the basket all the way over there. We're about I'd say 100 and maybe 105, maybe 110 meters. So I'm gonna try to throw a laser beam down the tunnel with my scorch. Oh wow! Man, that scorch is so stable. Well, unfortunately my disc landed behind the tree. I'm gonna have to do a forehand anizer with the Zone. Not my forte, but you know, you have to learn. So I'm gonna be doing it. Aim at a tree, for the right angle, right height, and the zone should do its work. Yeah, really good. A bit more analyzer would have been perfect, but really happy, hit the gap, and I mean we didn't see one, so let's save the par. Let's go. Yeah, that was good. Alright guys, last hole for today. I'm at -2, my goal was -2, so it's not over yet. We have a par 3 here, hole 9. We have about 75 meters. You don't have any OB, so it should be pretty simple. Maybe get a birdie, who knows, and get to -3. I've thrown all the discs in the mystery box, so I can throw whatever I want now. So let's do it. Not as high as I expected, but I'm gonna have a long putt. I got pretty fortunate to go left of the fallen tree, but I'm gonna have a putt for birdie, and that should be an easy par. Let's go. All right, that would be a good way to finish. I'm about 18 meters away from the basket, maybe 20. Give it a long run with the champ. Hopefully make a long one. Last hole of the day. Oh, that was the right line. Just 1 meter to right, but it was a good run. I'm happy with it. Woo! I made the goal. Made the line. Alright guys, conclusion. I've made it with the mystery box. My goal was to be at -2 and I was on the dot today. So really happy with it. I got 1 bogey and 3 birdies, so that's pretty good at this course. Let's do a little recap on the 8 discs I got in the mystery box and how they fly. I really like the champ. I really like the feel of the champ for putting with the bead, but throwing wise, it's stable, flies like a challenger to me. Unfortunately, I don't really throw that many putting putters. I'd rather throw a zone or ringer, but pretty good. Alright, then next we have the zone, the tool series from Adam Hames in Z Flex Drawbreaker. That's a sweet plastic, not as flexible as I thought it was going to be, but very overstable. Puddled up a little bit, and it might make the bag pretty soon. Let's go. We have then a Raptor Z Confetti Special Run Raptor. Flies like a Raptor, overstable, not super beefy, but pretty overstable. I don't think it's gonna make the bag soon, but flies great. Following, we have the Z Glow Fierce. It's a great putter. Again, I don't throw that many putting putters, but it was way more overstable than I expected. So if you're looking for a putter we've thrown hard with a little bit of hyzer and just go dead straight, just take the Fierce. Afterwards, we have the Jawbreaker Nuke. As expected, a little bit flippier than most of the nukes, but it still flies great. Maybe good for those big tailwind open shots. So if you look for a nuke that flips brand new, just get a Jawbreaker Swirl nuke. Next, we have the Mantis. Thrown it once, I'm gonna try it again. It was a bit more overstable than I expected. Throwing on a hyzer, just went dead straight. So that's maybe what you want on a Mantis, I don't know. Flies like my beat-in Undertaker, so I don't know if I'm gonna bag it, but it's a sweet disc. And 2 more discs. We have the Mega Glow Fuse Buzz. It's pretty overstable. You can throw it hard and flat, knowing it's not gonna flip. So it's a great disc to learn. You can throw it forehand, backhand. Really love the buzz. And finally, last disc from the mystery box. I have a Scorch, the tour series from Mandorano 2024. It's way more overstable than my other Scorch that I don't bag anymore because it was too flippy. So maybe, who knows, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be bagging it, but it's a great disc. And finally, the bonus item, I got a sweet t-shirt that I'm gonna be wearing pretty soon with the Discraft stamp on the bottom and USA DGC, which means United States Amateur Disc Golf Championship. So I was really happy with the box. I made the line. I hope you really liked it. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment if you want to see more of those videos. That would make me really happy and push me to do more videos. So thank you so much, and have a good one. Thank you. Good morning.